Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Firefighters in Los Angeles say there's no possibility of being able to contain multiple fast-spreading wildfires that are raging around the city. Dramatic footage shows houses ablaze in the Pacific Palisades area and residents abandoning their cars to flee the flames. Here a McDonald's on fire, and here a synagogue. High winds are fanning the flames, with experts calling it one of the most significant fire outbreaks in history. Tens of thousands of people have been ordered to evacuate. Planes have been deployed to help try and control the fires. The LA Fire Department warns that the situation remains very dangerous and wind speeds are worsening.
We are not out of danger. The National Weather Service has predicted that the winds are going to pick up and get worse. We're going to have the most significant wind event between 10 p.m. this evening and 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. So it's incumbent that everybody have a wildfire action plan for their home if they live in a brush-covered area. Please visit the LA County Fire Department website for ready, set, go information.
I would say it is somewhat surprising to have, such a devastating event in January. I think it's no surprise that we basically have a year-round fire season in California. However, such a destruction on this scale is not often seen in the month of January.
More than 14,000 rescue workers have arrived in Tibet to continue the search for survivors after a strong earthquake killed at least 126 people in a remote part of western China. More than 400 people have been rescued, Chinese state media says, since the quake struck on Tuesday some 50 miles from the base of Mount Everest, destroying thousands of homes. Vice Premier Zhang Guoqing arrived on Wednesday to oversee the operation, which is being hampered by winter temperatures that have dropped to minus 16 degrees. Earthquakes are common in the region, which lies on a major geological fault line, but Tuesday's was one of China's deadliest in recent years. France has said the European Union will not allow other nations to attack its sovereign borders after the US President-elect Donald Trump refused to rule out using military force to seize Greenland. French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot told French radio there is obviously no question that the European Union would let other nations of the world attack its sovereign borders, whoever they are.
People really don't even know if Denmark has any legal right to it. But if they do, they should give it up because we need it for national security.
On Tuesday, Mr. Trump reiterated his desire to acquire the autonomous Danish territory, saying it was critical for national and economic security. The US has accused the Sudanese paramilitary Rapid Support Forces of committing genocide and imposed sanctions on its leader. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken said Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, also known as Hemedti, was being punished for his role in systematic atrocities against the Sudanese people during the 20-month conflict. He said the RSF and allied militias were responsible for the murder of men and boys and even infants, as well as brutal sexual violence against women on ethnic grounds. The body of a miner has been recovered from a flooded coal mine in a remote district of India's northeastern state of Assam, 2 days into the search for 9 men trapped below ground. The mine, which is 300 feet deep and has multiple underground tunnels, is thought to have flooded after miners hit a water source. Such mines were banned in 2014 because of the large number of fatalities and the damage caused to the environment. And a Brazilian nun has been recognized as the world's oldest living person at 116 years old by an organization that tracks global supercentenarians. Ina Canabaro Lucas was born on June 8, 1908, and claimed the titles of the oldest living woman and oldest living person following the death of Japan's Tomiko Ituka in December 2024. In addition to her recent recognition, Lucas also holds the distinction of being the 20th oldest person in recorded history. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.